May 11th, 2023. Talk to you a little bit today about everybody's hiring right now. We hear it all the time. People just don't want to work. Jobs are available. They're out there everywhere. Just people don't want to do them. You see signs everywhere now hiring. But what they're not telling you is a lot of these places that are hiring are part-time jobs. Part-time jobs, no benefits. You might work 5 days a week for 4 hours a day, get 20 hours a week, but you don't qualify for benefits, right? People are not willing to do that anymore. It's just the way the economy is right now with inflation. I know they're claiming inflation's, going down a lot, right? But we don't see that, do we? We see the true inflation at the store. I mean, groceries, things like that. How can people afford to buy groceries nowadays? Really, you know, it's getting more expensive and more expensive, and it's not coming down. That's the problem. We kept being told, during the pandemic that prices are up due to, shipping problems, supply and demand issues, things like that. But actually, what it is, it's greed. You're seeing things like shrinkflation now. That's been going on for a while. Things like Gatorade used to be 32 ounce. Now they're 28 ounce, and they cost more than they used to. Powerade's a perfect example. You used to buy it at the dollar store for, let's say, 90 cents a bottle at a 32 ounce bottle. Now it's a 28 ounce bottle, and it's $1.50. So, I mean, a lot of it has to do with greed. Companies have a set profit margin they want to make, and they're going to keep that profit margin. Are they having to pay people more money? Yeah. But guess what? We're not going to cut our profits. We're going to, raise the price of the goods or put less product in the bags or the bottles that you're buying. We're seeing it everywhere. But these jobs, you keep hearing all these jobs are available. The economy's great. We're having, millions of jobs are becoming available every year. It's just not true. It's not. A lot of places. We have a famous place down here that puts now hiring all the time outside, and actually what they're doing is they're just taking applications. They're not hiring. They're taking applications, so when they do get an opening, they already have people lined up that they want to interview for the job. So it's not technically they're hiring right at that minute. They're just taking applications. These part-time jobs, 20 hours a week, a lot of people, they say, well, 20 hours is better than none, and it is. But when you're sitting there thinking, with the price of fuel, the price of groceries, price of power, and everything, you're paying. You're not making money to go to work for 20 hours a week. You're not. I mean, you're essentially working for free. You're not getting benefits. That's one main issue right now with people is they want benefits. Can you blame them that they want a job with benefits? And a lot of people are going to say, well, you need to learn a skill or this or that. Yes, you do. But a lot of people don't understand the construction and the plumbing and the electrical business. There's no benefits in them. If you're a private contractor, there's not. If you're working for yourself, you've got to buy your own insurance and all that. You're not working for a company that helps you get it. It's coming out of your pocket. So I mean, it's not going to get better. It's not. I always told people before when fast food restaurants were screaming they wanted $15 an hour minimum wage, what would happen? You would see hamburgers go up $10, $12, and they have, like a Burger King, the Whopper, used to be $6, $7. Now that same burger with cheese is $11 to $12. Nothing has changed in the way they make it, but they're having to pay their employees more. That should automatically show you it's a profit deal. They're going to keep their profits at where they want them, and pay employees a little more money, but we got to raise prices on our goods or shrinkflation. Shrinkflation's a huge deal. Some people don't even catch it and don't realize it. That hey, this here is just a few cents more. It's not a big deal. But then maybe they notice this ain't lasting as long as it used to. Like a jar of peanut butter. I used to get a jar of peanut butter, let's just say, and it lasted me a week. Now it's only lasting 3 or 4 days. You get to looking at it, there's less in it. That's why. It's little sneaky things like that they do that people don't really catch on to. Even crackers nowadays, if you notice them, they're thinner. Yeah, just regular old saltines are thinner than what they used to be. And of course, they said the reason they were doing that during the pandemic was it was hard to get materials. They were just doing the best they could do. But everything's opened up now, but shrinkflation's still there, ain't it? But this now hiring, don't believe it. Don't believe that there's millions of jobs that's been invented over the past year. It's not jobs, it's part-time work. You know, if you're needing to work and you want a part-time job, it's out there. But if you're wanting benefits and things like that, there's nothing out there hardly. You know, they keep calling this mass migration of people quitting and not coming to work. They're just done with it after the pandemic. They're not. But where are these jobs at now? Why are they not being hired for? Most of the jobs that's out there are part-time, no benefit jobs. You know, if you want to work like something like that, go get you a construction job, make you some cash in your hand, pay your own taxes, get your taxes paid at the end of the year, and go from there. Because if you're working at, let's just say, a retail store part-time, you're essentially paying them to work there. I always said people that work like at, let's say, Walmart or the dollar store, they work there but they can't afford to shop there. It's ridiculous that it's like that nowadays. And now we got, they're talking about all these illegal immigrants coming over. They're going to take a lot of the jobs. But you also got to understand the jobs they take are the ones that most Americans don't want to do. It's just the way it is. You don't see very many Americans out in the fields picking watermelons, cucumbers, and things like that. You just don't see it. It's Hispanics that come in and do it. That's just the way it is. And like I said yesterday, how do you stop that? Don't hire them. But guys, the deal that there's jobs out there hiring everywhere, read into it. Read into what they are before you start complaining people just don't want to work. How can someone afford to go to work when what they're getting paid doesn't even cover their gas to go to work? That's the bad thing about it right now. Now, I'm not saying everybody deserves $15 an hour or $20 an hour or anything like that. But what I'm saying is part-time work. When I grew up, most of the people that worked part-time were teenagers or people that were retired, just wanted a little extra money, didn't want to sit around their house all the time, right? They wanted to get out and not just sit there. But now you're seeing people with families having to take these jobs, and it's really not helping them that much. It's not. I mean, before the pandemic, let's say something like the dollar store, the Dollar Tree, something like that, you might have made minimum wage, maybe. You get $20 an hour, or $20, you get 20 hours a week, 20 hours a week. At that time, let's say it was let's just call it $6 after taxes. That's $180. Fuel's up, power's up. You can't make it just working part-time is what I'm trying to say. But there's not a lot of jobs out there right now that's hiring, that has benefits, that has decent pay. It's just not there. Give me your thoughts on this. What do you think? Do you think all these places that saying they're hiring is actually hiring? Do you believe that there's jobs out here that people just don't want to work because they're lazy? Or do you believe people are like, I'm not going to do that job because it doesn't pay very much? Let me know your thoughts on this. And how important is benefits to a job for someone? When I say benefits, I'm talking about retirement, insurance, sick days, paid time off, vacation, that kind of stuff. How important is that nowadays? Is it important to you, or are you okay with just working 20 hours a week? Let me know your thoughts on this. Keep your head on the swivel, be aware of your surroundings, protect yourself at all times. Guys, it's getting crazy out here. Get prepped up, stay prepped up. If you're fully prepped, look again, you're missing something. And hit that subscribe button if you haven't.